Hello, my lovely friends. As I mentioned in the video I just posted, I was coming back with a flip through of my June and July. And I'm not going to start with a lot of words, just I'm glad you're back. And to those who are new, welcome. And it's a flip through, June, July. At this point, I am not being chronologically correct. I'm not going to worry about being perfect. I'm just going to have fun with what I create and bringing to those who watch, all of you, what I've learned, and just hoping somebody gets inspired to create a book. It's never too late to start something. So this one is 6x5 and it has a 2.5-inch spine, 3 signatures inside. The material, I purchased it in Puerto Rico on a vacation earlier in the year. I went to one of these stores that they have. It's like a Walmart, I guess, here. Might be even a little more economical, but crafts over there are a little more expensive. So they happened to have these on clearance, which was a blessing for me. And that's pretty much what I used to create on the outside of the book. The butterflies are sewn on, and I love leaving this little string attached. Makes it look like they're flying around. Added the ribbon, lacy ribbon, and this faux ribbon that I created with the same leftover material. And these I purchased on Amazon. They're really cute. It's a pretty hefty package with a lot of butterflies in it. This button, my sister gave it to me many years ago, so I added more of the butterflies here. And I think I got these beads also on clearance in Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby from where I live is 5 minutes, right down the road. And every time I go there, I'm in heaven. I don't buy everything, but I do walk around the store thinking about possibilities for everything. So, and then oops, that doesn't go there. I added more on the back. And the book is flexible. I use chipboard. 2 of my favorite books to make are out of chipboard because they're so flexible, flat. When you open, you can work with it as big or small as you want, and it will always be flexible. And my second best are the Reader's Digest. I've mentioned that before. So without further ado, let's get into this baby. It's simple. It's not complicated. I didn't do a lot of fancy stuff, but I managed to get June and July in. So I started off with, and I'm going to try to rush this. I don't want this to be too lengthy. A little card. These reading list cards I also got on Amazon. I love them because you can create your own little library cards in there and actually use them to read books if you choose to. But they can be used to make tags, all kinds of stuff for your books. Old negatives that I have a load of them. A load. And the back portion is a small card that I had in my stash that I created with Amsterdam ink. That's Amsterdam ink. I just one day pulled out some oh Lord, what is this called again? Paper to paint on? Cardboard? No, not cardboard, just it's a painting pad. Really huge, so I cut it down. I have a lot of pieces there. So that's what I did here. I just took all the Amsterdam inks and started creating different designs and just had fun with it. So added that there to make a little card to go in my pocket other than the usual library card. Paper Studio. The pocket I actually made out of a manila folder. See, I'm not even worried about it being so glued down. And on each of the signatures, I have a clear pocket. These are the pockets they sell at. I've only seen them in Target. And I managed to also thrift a new package at Goodwill for $1.99, which is amazing. And I'm at the point now too where I don't buy everything wherever I go. I'm really looking for things that I know that are things that I'm going to use in the long run now. And here and there I will treat myself to something. So each of the signatures have this in the front. Added that little faux tag there. Out of ribbon. Started off with this. I don't know where I was going with that. I wasn't too happy about the colors, but my favorite part of it are the little ants. And this is a nice book that I thrifted at the public library. They have a bookstore there, and I don't go there all the time, but I do sometimes, and look around and see what I can find there. So I found this really big book on complicated words for little kids. So hilarious. I can't even pronounce this. Flibbertigibbet. I don't know. It's somebody who talks a lot. It's hilarious. The book is hilarious. And now I regret that I did cut it down, because my granddaughter is almost 4, and the little girl knows so much. She would... Kids today, they learn everything. And be real, I'm not even going to begin to say what that is. It has something to do with the sky and the color on a sunny day. Okay, so here I made a pocket out of a recycled envelope. Made a little card. Sentiments at the back. And I've created a whole bunch of gel prints. So I'm using more of my gel prints in my books. Why not? I've created them. Let me use them. And this is just from an artist book. I don't even know whose wife that is. It's one of those famous painters. And this, I think I cut out of 12 by 12 paper. I'm not sure. Added pieces of calendar and a little birdie in his nest. And the purple paper in the background was my niece who painted that for me on my visit to Connecticut. And I decided I was going to use it somehow in my book, and I'm not sure. I was trying to draw an anemone. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I don't know. I just went over it with several colors, then again went over it with some more colors, and I thought, oh, I am just going to leave it like that. I'm happy with it. It's a reminder of her and me painting together, and I added it in there. And I took strips of paper and put it right on top. And I'm not sure. I think this is a postal card that I tore to make a tag. Don't throw away stuff that you can still use. This is, I mean, it was torn up, and I went ahead and used a scissor and made it a little more wavy and added it in there. Especially when you invest in this stuff yourself. But have fun with it. Great. I mean, begin somewhere. Don't put too many expectations on yourself of how perfect it has to be when you're looking at other people's videos, because there are people that are really, really good. Don't even compare yourself. Enjoy yourself. Start somewhere. Let them inspire you. Grab the materials that you have, and little by little maybe start adding to your stash, whether it's pencils, colored pencils, papers. We all need those. But without the little things that we collect, apart from that, we'll be painting with crayons and colored pencils. And that's good too. I mean, there's people that really do that. They use they like to color, and that's okay. Calendar pieces. I've mentioned that before. I have millions of calendars, and I use them all the time. This is a time card I added in there as a flip out. And this is a map book that I purchased thrifting of England. And I picked it up and grabbed it and took it as fast as I could, because it did remind me of my visit to England years ago. Visit to the doctor's office. Started off here. Everything is okay. They have these little cards in the office. Every reason to smile. And yes, we have every reason to smile. And the little birdie is a gel print. And this is a coin pocket. I bought them in a variety of sizes. Yes, Goodwill. Oh, no, not Goodwill. I'm sorry. Hobby Lobby, their clearance section. That's the first place I go to when I visit the store. I visit the clearance, the material, the clearance in every section. And then I walk around the store leisurely. They have good bargains, but a lot of time it has to be that you're there at the right time. And if not, just keep trying. Other people don't have Hobby Lobby. Maybe they have other craft stores that we don't have here. I hear a lot about Tuesday, and I don't think it exists here. So there is a little card inside, and that is the card that they gave out at my father-in-law's funeral. I love the picture so much, I just added it in there. And all the little tidbits, mixture of Paper Studio, Tom Holtz, and there's some other ones, but I can't remember what they're the names. And this is also the ghost print, if I'm not mistaken. No, I don't know if the ghost print is the first one or the last one, but anyway, this is the remnants on my gel plate. And I got a good print on that one, so I'm using that one there. Dr. Seuss books. Oh, my kids, my sons are older now. They're men out of the house. I read to them all the time, and Dr. Seuss Green Eggs and Ham, my eldest, he never let that one go. But I managed to find it was a workbook, numbers and all kinds of stuff for little kids, but I thought, I'm kidding that. And it reminds me of those moments. Yes, I'm very nostalgic and sentimental a lot of times when I create my books, and most of my books are based on life experiences, which many of you, you're probably thinking, duh, we do that too. And yes, yes, yes. Here, more gel print, the blue one and this one here. Just created a path where they could climb and reach the top and relax and view the ocean. I love nature. I love being outdoors, ocean, trees, all kinds of places. I love it. Haven't been able to do it in a long time, but I started walking again, so I'm hoping I'll be able to do that more often. Again, thrifted these recognition certificates. It was a package, so I decided to add that one there. This was on Father's Day. Cut it in half, use the top portion to cut out the butterflies and add more butterflies on here, and made a little faux ribbon out of the rest of the paper. This here are cards that I thrifted at Goodwill. They do have bargains. The prices have gone up a lot, I'm telling you. But there are moments where you will find bargains. So this basically, I made it from a card and an envelope. So here's part of the envelope. Made a pocket here where I have something written on there. And then this is part of the card, part of the card, and part of the card. Nothing fancy, but it works. Put a little tab there. And then this is the flap of the envelope. I will put it back where it goes later. I have my favorite pages, and I have those that I really don't like that much, but that's how it is when you create. And this, Tim Holtz Pieces, washi tape that I have, which I have to use glue now because after a while, if you're not, I'm not a frequent user of washi tape, but I do have a drawer full of them. So I end up using a little bit of glue so that they will adhere. I need to invest in more washi tape. It's beautiful in its definition. Found that in something I have there. I just don't remember where. And of course, coffee dyed paper. Just used the jar, this part of the jar, the lid, the top part, the rim. I put it in coffee and then just added, and then with my hand sprinkled coffee on top too. Made a tag and added this here so that the card, when you put it close up, it's part of the butterfly. And there's words and sentiments written on there, and that there is a belly band made out of a bingo card. And this one here, despite the fact that it's not so great, I like the page. This was a transfer that I created that I botched up because her face actually showed on the magazine picture, and the paint somehow just did its own thing. When you do gel prints, they don't always all come out great, but when they do, you get really happy. Some more gel prints, and I like it. There's something about the mysteriousness in the print that I got. So it is my story. She lives. Of course, this means something to me. It doesn't mean anything to anybody, but it means something to me. Okay, that word about the sky, it's the blue color of the sky. That's what it means. And here I created a pocket. Not so fancy, just pulled out some stuff, buttons, and this is a picture in England. We took a tour, and this is where Jane Eyre would write some of her novels, did her writing. The only thing is I don't remember if it was the left door or the right door, and I'm okay with that. Maybe I'll return someday. Don't know. I'll leave it there. Okay, mixed media here. Stabilo, stamps, collaging, paint. A little bit of everything. And I notice in a lot of my stuff I do tend to veer towards blue more than anything. But I'm trying to get better at my painting and my gel printing and all that. I'm practicing. Again, another pocket with a card in it. little ruffle tab. I'm running out of this one. This roll was so big. I thrifted it so many years ago. I'm running out on that one. No, I'm not. Now that I think of it, it's a different one. Flow magazine. Just something I slapped on this page. Still came out nice. Little, how can I forget what this is? Not a tab. I just forgot what it was. Anyway, gel print. I made a gel print bag and I added a little perfume and some flowers as if I had gone shopping. Thought it was cute. And this here, I was sitting down, I don't know where the idea came from, but I created some felt pieces and I actually left them alone and they have not fallen out of the book. I glued the house down. This is not glued down, and neither are the birds or the sun. And they stayed there. They didn't move. The Macala pictures, I am not a fan of just sitting down, and I cannot sit down for more than, I just can't. And sit there and color all the little details in one of these. I thought, let me just do something. So that's what I have. Excuse me a second while I grab it. With my palette. Another gel print. This is from Tofa Topad. This is from different paper. I just cut out the flowers and then did some layering on there. Can you see that? And she's in the place she wants to be, outdoors in the garden. Flowers. I found this in a book. And I created this card. I already had it in my stash. There's still stuff I have in my stash that I should be using. And just added the little flower and some more roses on there. Paper Studio paper. I created this card. This is not collaging. This is the actual paper that's already has that design. Paper Studio. I'm sure many of you have seen a lot of the paper that I share. So I created this with half of an envelope. And it says the first step is to dream. Dream, 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 dream. Don't give up. Hang in there. Okay, let's move on. 4th of July. And the way that I'm speaking, I might take a little longer than I expect, but I'm hoping it's not more than 25 minutes. All the stamps I've been collecting, I still have more up there. I decided to just put them on an envelope in the center for the 4th of July. Painted a pot. Added this. I actually planted these flowers several years ago, and they were so beautiful. So I created a little tag. Is it a tag? Yes, a tag. Sometimes I get confused between tab and tag, but it's a tag. It's a tag. Yeah. Flower, plant stem with one or more flowers that has been picked from the plant on which it grew. A small plant grown for the attractiveness of its something. I covered it. That was cute. Not complicated. The book's not complicated, but your imagination runs with you when you start creating. So I put gesso on this one, and there's some writing and added some leaves. Here, this is a cluster with a piece of corrugated cardboard, Tim Holtz pieces. This is from my little machine, my IP Touch machine. I'm glad I have that because I can make all different size words on the strips. You actually have to purchase the cartridges, so I don't use the words liberally. I do a lot of writing too. Pearlized button. I did a little hand stitching on top of the little burlap heart in the back. As you can see, all kinds of paper, graph paper. As you can see, I didn't do anything here. Maybe I should let my granddaughter color this in, but I'm afraid she'll take the markers and just, she likes her purple markers. Any purple, purple, purple. Oh, I love those girls. Okay, my wonky flower. Put a card, and of course, I ate a nugget that day, and I added it there. Did a little bit of collaging on this pocket. It's not a manila pocket. I think it's an index card. Okay. This was a large, humongous book about a princess and a prince. So this is his invitation to her to the grand ball. Decided to add that there. It's so nice when you have things that you can that complement your pages, where you don't have to go in and draw a lot of stuff and cut a lot of stuff, and you can just place pretty stuff on your pages. Beautiful Stampin' & Company papers. I love Stampin' & Company. It's called Somerset Studio, sorry. My favorite magazine. I love Daphne's Diary, but this one is my favorite. And another one, again, faux ribbon on the edge. Their paper, so beautiful. They have a lot of different artists share their ideas on how they make books, paintings, all the kinds of materials they use, supplies. It's really good. Okay, here's one where it was about cats, this book. So I thought, okay, has a painting on it, I'll leave it as is. So this, I created a pocket with that side of the page. This is chocolate that my husband brought to me from Ireland. Yes, from Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. And I just wanted to share a picture of my boys. I don't think I've ever shared a picture of my sons, my eldest and my youngest, but this was years ago. Quite some time back, so they look different now. But those are my babies. And here I create a pocket. Little tag from Target. And this is my favorites page. My favorites. My favorite weather, my favorite ice cream, my favorite food, my favorite place, the outdoors. And here it is, another picture of them. This is a wall back too. I think it's about 5 or 6 years ago. Those are my babies. Time is flying by. So I add a little belly band there, and the back is just a magazine paper that I glued on top of the one that was there already. I have a bunch of these downstairs in my garage. I have so much material in my garage. But I have enough for who knows how many years. Paper Studio stickers. Just a little cluster with, this is a laundry tag. Yes. Little pocket with a recipe card. This is a little vellum pocket that was on something I purchased. This is eco-dyed coffee filter. It's just a lot of little tidbits here and there. You choose, you add. Be yourself in what you create. I mean, sometimes I'll try something somebody else does, but create what you want and just enjoy yourself. Pocket out of a huge playing card. I did sew around it. As you can see, my washi tape is coming apart, but I'll add glue to that. I added a piece of the 12 by 12 Paper Studio paper, gel print. Use that to put over here to make it look like a ribbon on the side of the page. And more flowers. Experimenting with colors. I seriously need to take art classes. I would love to take art classes. Rolodex. I've had this in my stash. Made a little card added in there with butterflies. The background is collaged with stamping, washi, gesso, rose, my mother's favorite flower, washi, layered some washi, and also collaged papers in the background. Used some stamping to make it look like it had stitches on it. This, I did not write anything on it, but I added that waterfall paper. I don't know if you call it waterfall paper there, but, and this is a little tiny card, so I used a little plastic piece of the pocket and made it really, really small and just added this there. See if I can get it in. I might not be able to get it in. Okay, there we go. No writing on there because I wrote everything on this side. And this is from a card that I purchased out west, further west from where I'm at. Hobby Lobby receipt, and then I added this in there. This is a napkin that I laminated, and it says, a strong woman knows she has strength enough for the journey, but a woman of strength knows it is the journey where she will become strong. in the process of her journey is where she'll be, because she learns to know her own strength and weaknesses. Yes, yes, yes. And here, Dark and Dark did not work. It's a gel print, but I like it. And here is a gel print. I don't know what I was doing on this page, so I'm not going to try and explain it away and say, no, it's not so great. But this is a nice jelly print in the background. And this is actually a representation of stretch marks. Stretch marks. And a baby being born. I was being silly with this page, but then I got to a point where I said, okay, it stays as is. Nice paper, Stampin' & Company. Another one of those little cards where I added the Amsterdam ink, the negative, some washi, and it ends in July. Same kind of pocket. These bugs are the Dragonfly and that one are from Paper Studio, and that's pretty much what I have here for my June and July. I love it. I have a nice cozy place where it's going to go, and I just wanted to say thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good one, and I'm already ready with what I have coming next. So see you soon. But before I leave, I want you to see how my craft closet looked before I created it the way it looks now. So if you go to my Instagram, PCNY _ Junkie Miss Stan, you will see. I started with a little night table and a piece of wood holding up a piece of wood. And then this is just wood. I recreated a table in there. But I did paint, I painted my own little garden on the top, the trees there, the bird and all that. How time flies when you're having fun. Bye-bye, everybody. Be safe and take care.